Ooh, what's going on, people? Welcome to the Flexing KG show. It's tight. That's right. That's right. We've got KG. Look at him. Look at him.
Bro, imagine that. Imagine my phone doesn't go off this whole time.
No, it does, bro. You just fly, bro.
Bro, me and you've been speaking for about a good 20 minutes before the show starts.
But
there was no notification.
Why is it always, no, but what I will pull you up on is that every single show you don't put your thing on silent. There's always
but then you get mad at me when I put my phone on silent and I don't hear notifications. So
that's not an excuse. No, here's the thing you're supposed to do
the whole time, bro.
No. Here's the thing you're supposed to do as an adult. When you're busy, you put it on silent / do not disturb. When you're not busy, you turn it off. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Too much, man.
Bro, I don't know, you got Android in that, but really all you do is you just flick that button that you just
I know.
get that. You see that there? You just flick it down.
And I just piss everyone off. So now, I'm going to switch it up, and then after my missus, I'm going to come to the phone, 11 calls.
Yeah, so put it back on, off, like.
I always forget.
Well, then that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Guys, welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. But before we get into everything, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You know the Flexing KG show is all about vibes. It's all about energy. Even when times are hard, in it. Even when you're off the back of a bad one. But we got some stuff. We got some smoke and we got some energy today. But without any further ado, though, we do have to do the competition winner. We have to announce the competition winner for the Anthony shirt. You did the Anthony interview. He then got injured for a very long time after that. But the saving grace was he returned for the Barcelona. You got life. You got life. So KG was fretting the whole time, thinking
I was very nervous.
I've injured it. We did not see Anthony for a month the day after that interview.
Saying that, he did get pushed off the thingy. He did get pushed off the side. And he
was in the kit. He spoke to you in the kit. He was ready for training.
Yeah, because he was in the kit because he didn't train. The kit was fresh, like he ain't touched no mud on it. Nothing happened. Nothing to do with me. I hear what you're saying, though.
But it's you. But we'll allow it because he did good anyway, coming back from Barca. But like I said, we have to announce the competition winner. So we will do that right now. Let's see who won the signed Anthony shirt. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
It's proper. It's proper.
You're down. Is that?
There you go. There you go. Well, it happened so fast. I'm actually going to have to see who it is because I didn't see it. We've got to press it again. There you go. It's generating out of the video. You can see what video it was. Dean Turner. Man like Dean. There you go. It went so quick there, Dean, that I could not see the comment. But something like Flex, you say you're Jamaican, but I'll have to go back through that. But that was a random generator, so it was fair. Dean Turner, you are the winner of the shirt. Now, I have to make this clear because last time we gave away a shirt, all the bots start coming in, all the fake accounts. Dean Turner is the winner, and the only way for you to retrieve your shirt is to jump on your DMs on Instagram, okay, and hit up United View TV, okay? We'll be waiting for you. Dean Turner, the signed Anthony shirt is yours. So any fake account that you see, you can't collect it through YouTube or Twitter or anything. This video is going to go out as a social post as well. So the winner of the signed shirt is Dean Turner. Please inbox us, DM us on United View TV on Instagram to claim your prize from the answer to the right-hand side. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, I've got to take care of housekeeping because Josh always moans at me for forgetting because I just get excited with the Flexing KG show.
Subscribe.
By popular demand, this is now available on all podcast platforms.
I love that. Keep going.
You're also going to get the full view on all your podcast platforms. You're also going to get the Red Room on all your podcast platforms.
Oh my God! Because it can be used in a good way. It can be used
good. It's got both connotations. I like that.
Yeah.
So yes, you guys have asked whether it's Spotify, whether it's Audio Boom, whether it's Apple Podcasts, etc., wherever you get your, whether it's Amazon, Google, wherever you get your podcast from, we will be part of it, and you can listen to our flagship shows, the ones that you guys enjoy the most. Full View, Red Room, and of course the Flex and KG show.
Oh, come on. We're in. Can we
let's start? Yeah, let's start.
Finally, man. I feel like, you know, me and you need to chat. You know how this thing goes. There's no real guide. We just go with the flow and just see where football takes us. What do you want to do? Do you want to talk about doom and gloom? Do you want to have an honest?
No, I want to start with a bit. I want to start with the positive of we're gonna bounce back. I want to start there.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should start there so soon. I think we should quickly go for it. Yeah, because there has to be a light. There has to be a.
I want to move on, bro. I've got to do Big Six extra later on tonight.
Oh, me too. Wait, Tuesday. He invited. No, he didn't invite both of us.
Oh, he's done that.
He's not done that.
10 p.m.
What? Hold on. 10 p.m. for me would be. I don't know what time that is over here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 p.m.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the extra one. Are you on?
Yeah, the extra one, the chief up one, isn't it?
Oh, they've got us both up.
I hope not. I'm gonna message him.
It is, bro. That's what I'm on. That's what you're on. That's what it is, bro. Oh, they're doing the thing on us, man. See what I'm saying? But we're gonna. You know what now?
God.
Exactly. Now we just found that out, bro. We have to come. We have to get our game plan sorted.
Yeah. Just all you see. Listen.
Real talk.
I think we should have a sign. I think we should have like a you know, like in baseball, yeah, where they do that mad one with a hat. But what does it mean? What do we do when it happens?
I don't know. It means just batten down the hatches, bro. It means don't let them man talk shit. Do you know what I mean? Because, bro, do you know what? I should have said to Turkish no, you know, because I already took licks yesterday on DR Sports, bro. Now I gotta go, and I weren't even on Big Six chucking it. That's your thing.
Yeah, so it's not really my thing. I just went on there to be a prick. So like,
you gotta hold it.
And I gotta hold it.
All right. But but you're saying that we kind of basically need to gloss over the.
Let's address it. We have to address it, bro, because we haven't been. I get moving on, but you can't move on without addressing the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
They're Man United. I love this team. I love this club, right? But the players in these big games sometimes, I feel like there's an inferiority complex with some of these teams. Man City, it showed where their head dropped, and that's years of being dominated by Man City. In these, and you saw it because we're not how much did Man City beat us that time? Was it 6-2 or something?
6-3 that one.
6-3.
But
right?
it's 4-0 at halftime.
But we're not that type of side. That's our football doesn't, because not like Liverpool when all these teams are beating teams with those cricket scores like all the time, right? We're not a side that should lose in that manner in any point. But because I don't know if it's just they've been so good, but then just in these certain games. I feel like they just feel less than. And what you've been seeing from Man United in the past, I'll be balanced and fair. We have been dealing with teams. We have been getting these late comebacks. We have been having these moments when they're starting to feel like winners, starting to feel like they've arrived, right? But then in these little games, as soon as the head drops, and the head shouldn't drop against a Liverpool in that way, but it did at 2-0, these guys could not manage. Across the whole, everyone, they could not manage. And that's the whole team. I can't single out anyone. I think why you want some stuff from Luke, because he has some big errors that were quite heavily costly. But even David De Gea, someone's got to step up. But then the whole team's head was gone.
No one did it.
It got to the point where the whole team, Bruno, everyone, I won't leave anyone out, the senior players, who, when we talk about the spine,
I'm saying it's them. It's that five. It's Casemiro, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Bruno.
Yeah.
Like I know people are saying like Bruno, because I saw someone type on social media, "Oh, let's not get it twisted. Bruno hasn't even been the guy that we've been raising." No, he's been part of it. And there was no calls when we were doing good. Nobody said we're doing good. But I tell you what, though, we need to get rid of Bruno because he's holding. That wasn't what we were talking about.
Yeah.
This has happened as a consequence of him being the captain in a big game, which I understand. And him having a stinker, which I understand, but it went over the top. But I will put him in that 5 in terms of the leaders.
Absolutely. He has to be, and the leaders didn't. The leaders showed a lack of leadership in that game. But then it's one of those things where like you've had like a shit day at life. Like a really terrible day. That's what I put that one down to. It's like because everything that could go bad in that day, in those minutes, went bad. the ball, like even those like the pinball moments where you're trying to win your duels and stuff.
Like
And
playground stuff, when like little kids just keep kicking it everywhere and it just ends up in the goal. It was literally like playground stuff. Like the thing for me is that I couldn't legislate for what I was seeing. It was
that's the issue.
because we did the tactical breakdown afterwards, and I kept saying, Cam, you know what, bro? I ain't even like being rude in that, but it's not even tactics, bro. Like it is to a certain extent up to the 2-0. But after that, the reason why it's 7-0, bro, tactics gone out the window, man. The man just gave up. Like they just got rattled, their heads went, and then it was a capitulation of errors. And when you do that against Liverpool at Anfield, you just toast because think of it this way: teams like Bournemouth and Southampton or whoever it is, they don't go Anfield and lose. Even
Not like
4-0.
that.
Even
Not like
4-0 on that. They don't lose. Even
Hey.
3-0 sometimes. They don't lose like that. And
Yeah.
5-0 and all 6. That doesn't happen. So this was beyond football. This was like those freak results that live on forever where you cannot explain how. I couldn't explain that second goal where Luke Shaw had the ball and there were 3. He just gave he looked inside him and there were 3 red shirts there. He just think, I know, it'd be a good idea to pass him. Like, that's not Luke Shaw. That's not Luke Shaw. That wasn't him. Obviously, it was that day, but you can't legislate for that. That's like that's not tactics. That's Luke Shaw doing something he has not done in
it's
season.
It's frustrating. Again, there was frustration, but again, I didn't want to just move on and pretend as if that game didn't happen because it absolutely did. Right? Yeah. We got moved to. We had to hold. It's a medicine that we didn't need. But I think it's I was listening to what Marcel was saying yesterday, right? And he's saying it's a good defeat, right? I don't believe it's a good defeat because you could have lost that game 4-0. 4-0 is a bit better than.
Oh, we could have lost 2-0. Could have even lost 3.
Like,
and get humbled.
Still losing to them was rubbish.
Yeah.
However, where you can say the flip of it is these players. This could be what helps them finish off the season really strong. Because the embarrassment, all of the stuff that happened in that game, they know what it's like and they can see it. Now, if I'm Ten Hag, I'm saying, look how they talk about you. Look at what it means to them. Look at what this crisis is. You're talking about, we lost 7-0. Some of these teams have lost 7 games this season. And there's not the same level of inquest. Like some players, some teams are in a position that you don't expect them to be. Even with Liverpool, that they killed us just in that game, right? Liverpool were like second last season. There's no excuse for the fall from grace that they have. They haven't played well this season.
Liverpool have lost 7 games.
They've lost 7 games. You know what I mean? I don't know how many games Chelsea have lost, but obviously this is a big club, and the spotlight.
Chelsea have lost 9.
Chelsea have lost 9 games this season, right? And again, this is wild. This is my manager's first season here, and he's getting to know the league. I know for sure that when he next sees Liverpool, he's not going to make those same mistakes. And that's where you talk about bringing in more players that suit him, because in moments like that, you got to know he's had loads of little moments to realize who can I go to war with. And some players, while they're good when the going is good, some ain't war ready or war tested. And now you'll know, because he said I need to go there with Warriors. And bro, he didn't go there with Warriors. He went there with someone else. But now he needs preseason. He needs to remember these moments. So when the player looks like he's going to lose it, what to do then? When he's flustered or in a bad way, can he still meet the tactical requirements to be a Man United player? And some can, some definitely can't.
I think for me, it's about putting it into context and like understanding that like all of the good work that we've done, that even people outside of the fan base, even the rivals were saying, "Rah, man, nah, Man United are good, man." They are. I was at the Emirates and Arsenal fans came up to me and said, "Yeah, man." Robbie was like, "Boy, yeah, man, you're good, man. Like that, we had to work for that. I didn't expect that, man." You know what I mean? To the point where I left the Emirates thinking, you know what? The respect is there because they can see what on the way up. Pundits talking about how good a job Eric Ten Hag's been doing recently. When we won the Carabao Cup and you're listening to all the media talk about us, and even before that, when we beat Barcelona and people are like, yeah, look at the job he's done. Gary Neville literally about a few weeks ago said, if you'd have asked me this a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. This is unbelievable what Eric Ten Hag's done. And I'm not saying Gary Neville didn't come away from that. He was the one backing it against Souness when Souness was trying to say,
unbelievable.
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 What Eric Ten Hag's done this Manchester United side, it's nothing short of unbelievable. He
7-6. Why?
no, after the first goal goes in, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals for Liverpool. It's Manchester United side. It's couldn't cope. But what I'm saying is, yeah, he didn't change that thought process. 2 weeks ago, he said, I can't believe it. What a job. Wow. He's got hold of everything. And he was after the Carabao Cup final. He says, the fans tell you who they think the most important person at this football club is. You heard the biggest cheer of the night was for Eric Ten Hag when he lifted the cup. You know, it was all of that. Then 7 days later, because that happened, we should just believe.
Later, though.
I know, it's crazy. It's real crazy. There's bare sevens. It's the 7th of March today. It's crazy.
Nah.
Red flag.
You know when you have to just embrace the like you have to get raw, man.
Oh man,
7th of March today.
Oh my God!
I know. And
Oh.
it was 7 days after the Carabao Cup.
Oh.
A week later, boom. And I literally was drinking off the Carabao Cup, and then I was drinking 7-Up. That's just what it was. That's what it was. It's what it was. It is what it is, isn't it? And that, as supporters, we've had to hold that. We've had to hold that a couple of times this season. This is the 3rd time we've had to hold it properly. The Bournemouth won 4-0. Sorry, Brentford won the 4-0 at halftime. We had to hold it. That was in the 3rd game of the season. You just thought, sorry, 2nd game of the season.
Yeah.
You just thought, oh my God. It was hot that day. And actually, I want to take a trip down memory lane, actually. This leads into a nice segue. Because it's about believing and understanding where we've come from to now. And this is what my point was about the Gary Neville thing. I wasn't digging him out. I'm actually complimenting him. I'm saying a couple of weeks ago, or last week, Gary Neville saying, I can't believe the job that's been done here. Wow. Then we have that real bad result. I'm trying to tell people and encourage people that we'll be fine.
Oh, absolutely.
We will be fine. You know, we will stabilize and we will be fine. But you know, think back to it. And I said it sort of yesterday on the full view. That, you know, take ourselves back to that beginning of the season, man. When we thought, oh my God, Jesus Christ, I honestly thought in that moment, I was like, but what if he loses like the first 10 games? Like Ten Hag won't last 10 games. Like I was thinking mad stuff in my head.
Absolutely.
Because the next game was going to be Liverpool. We all went, oh my God, what are we going to do? You know, and he showed us right up until the City game. You know, the City game, again, it's weird. Every game, every big game away, we've gone into with good form. So we're like, this is the time now. We can do it. This is the time. This is the time.
Bang.
And it's like, no, it's not yet.
Flex, you know what's funny about that? Yeah,
not away from home, but we're coming from a good place.
No, don't get it wrong. Yeah, it's a humbling moment. Yeah, it is a humbling moment. But it's one of those things that even with the players in the squad, I refuse to be humble, fam. It's like, you know, then when people talk about we're Man United, and I know we're not there yet. But we're not there yet. We're not there. That's fine to say it. We're not there yet, but we have to get into this mindset where we got the dog in us. So then when we play these other teams, because we're suffering with an inferior complex. These teams don't get like, other teams will play these lot. West Ham will play these lot and put them to the sword. It'll be a very expensive game. Brighton could pull up on Liverpool. Look what Brighton did to Liverpool this season. Yeah. Brighton can play them and
pulled up on them at Molineux 3-0. Yeah.
These guys can pull up and they can have a big game. And it's like, I get the occasion. Man United need to get to the thing where it's business as usual. You know, a lot of games, business as usual. And Real Madrid have got that in their system now, that it's always going to be business as usual. We get into Champions League, we know what time it is. And it's like these teams know that about themselves. So that almost DNA clicks in. They hear the song. Again, Liverpool in the Champions League, you trust them to have a miracle moment. With Man United, what would happen is with the gaffer, and that's built up with time and doing it over and over again. You see when the game's starting to end and Fergie comes to the touchline pointing at the watch, yeah, that was a message, obviously, that was putting pressure on everybody else, because this is where Man United do that Man United thing, right? And at the moment, Ten Hag needs to now, the next phase of the progression is for them to know this is when Man United do that thing, where no matter what the score was, they're coming back. And in the last couple of games,
we literally just said it against West Ham that it was a bit like that.
You've been seeing that in the last couple of games. You've been seeing that. Now, some people say all the stuff becomes undone, but it's the noise of everyone else doesn't really matter. It's how the players feel about themselves. Exactly. And I think that Ten Hag is looking at the players and they're not going to do that again. That's the one thing for sure. They're not going to, yes, they'll have bad results, but not in that level of capitulation. Because once you see it, and our manager being so thought out, I imagine he's going to have the answers to how we get us through situations like this again. He will say.
To be fair, though, we did think that after the City game, we thought it could not get any worse than that, and then we've just had this. I'm not saying it's going to happen again this season, but I'm not going to. This should. Yeah, this was the low. This was worse. This was worse. But the City game was right. No, this was worse because, bro, this game was 1-0 at half-time, bro.
1-0.
1-0 with us. Exactly. 1-0 with us playing well. Yeah, we played well in the first. We played decent in the first half. Created some decent chances, and we got chances as well. Exactly. We got sucker punched. Yeah. And we came out and shipped 6. The Man City game we was behind after like 3 minutes. Do you know what I mean? So this was worse. That was 4-0 at half time that game. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we came out, got a few consolations, and it ended up being 6-3. But to your point, like it is about this is about the players. Ten Hag can do so much tactically, and obviously he needs to find a solution to help his players realize that they're good enough to go to Anfield. They're good enough to beat Liverpool because we've done it this season. We're good enough to beat Man City. We're good enough to beat Arsenal. We're good enough to beat Chelsea. We're good enough to beat anyone. You know what I mean? But being good enough, this is where the fine tuning comes into it, which is why I understand it's a process. And this is now going to be something that we need to look at next season, is the fact that being able to beat these teams away from home is different. You need different minerals. It's easier, obviously, apart from the most basic thing, which is obviously it's at home, so there's loads of fans that support us. It's easier. But there's a lot more nuances. There's a lot more detail that needs to go into playing away in these big games than there is to playing at home. At home, it's all done for you. You walk out, there's 75,000 people, all in red of Man United. You know what I mean? Screaming, going crazy. You're in the theatre of dreams. I don't need to tell you anything else. Yeah. Every tackle, every pass you make, every transition that gets stopped, every counter-attack stopped, every goal kick is cheered. Do you know what I mean? Any tackle you make on a Liverpool player is, come on. It's easy. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're away from home, it ain't easy, bro. It's a different set of minerals. It's a different set of minerals that have needed. And I think that what these players need to understand is that they do have it. They do have it.
There you go. And that's the point I was hoping that he was coming to, in the sense of it's that it's you. Not just saying you do have it, but it's muscle memory. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's the same ball, same pitch, like goals, right?
Ten Hag said that before the thing, and we got 7.
No, but it is that though. It is when you like. It is that when you look at boxes,
you have to try and simplify the game.
Boxes, you have to simplify it. You do this. You train for this moment. Now we're just doing what we've done in training, right? You have to block it out. So if you're a player that's overly moved by the sound of
You'll never walk alone.
Yeah, if you're overly moved by just the sound of cheers and jeers and stuff, you're not gonna make it at the highest
level.
You're in
the wrong sport.
You're in the wrong sport, because like I remember, like I think I've done a skill in a game and got gas. I was like, oh shit. And I appreciated myself. Like everyone liked it, but then I lost the ball, bro.
Yeah.
But then I was still, and this one I knew that I was never gonna make it as a baller, because I'm on the bus and I'm still talking about, hey, that skill that I did though. I think we lost. But I was still proud of my little and what that moment meant. Now these players, I need
to see you play football, man. I want to see you play 11 aside up front. I really do.
You need to see me. I put in a shift, hard working. I think I got the same goal. I think I scored more goals than Weghorst. No disrespect. I'm mad at Weghorst again. I'm mad at him. Sorry, just to quickly transition.
Go on.
Why did he?
Red flag.
Why did he touch the sign? Why did he touch this? Is Anfield sign?
I know.
You see that, yeah?
No, I think he was just pumped for the game. He's just like, come on.
No. You see that? You see that? You see that, yeah? Oh man, you see that footage? If I'm the manager, this is why.
He's just pumped for the game. He's just pumped for the game.
If there's a thing called Reckless FC, and I'm the manager, I promise you. You see that video gets on my desk. I say, I'll call you into the office. I say, yeah, Weghorst, come in. Yeah, oh, what's up, Gaffer? You're right. Yeah, you're getting back to Turkey, mate.
Oh, he's just sending me. And then you worry about it afterwards to go back to Marshall, who ain't there.
Listen, I seen him bigger. Don't say I'm not saying I'm getting rid of him, but that clip, it made me sick. There's things that
I don't think he was thinking, man. I just think he's
no, but you can't. I get it because he's so happy to be. What I had to remember in that moment is he's just happy to be at this level. So he's doing random, like the little thing when I said when I appreciate I appreciate little moments. As a Man United player, someone should have told him, that's not our sign. You don't touch that.
No, but they probably didn't know he was going to do. Who knew that he was going to do that? They're just about to walk out. And he's just done it so quick.
Bro,
he hadn't pre-planned it.
Bro, listen, the players behind him literally.
Oh my God!
That's what they were thinking. As soon as they no. Bro, this is Anfield.
Red flag.
Bro, that's a relationship. But it's because he has got credit for me. He's got credit in the bank. So it's not sent back to Turkey. But we're as a group, as a collective, we're very disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. This is when a parent says that, right? I'm not angry. I'm just really disappointed that you've done that. And from today's forth, let no one do that. Weghorst, I'm not saying that you're on report. Right now, if it's school, you've been put on that teacher report that follows you around for a whole week.
You got to sign it after every lesson.
After every lesson. Weghorst, you're on report, bro. Again,
man, I think it was one of the ones where everything that went wrong. I want to actually, because we're podding, this is the Flex and KG show.
Yeah.
I want to talk about my actions.
Your actions?
Yeah. I want to talk about my actions and like how it's been for me in the last few days. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. It's been very
because this is something I think like I had an insight into maybe what it's like to be someone like you.
Yeah.
And someone like, I don't know, like loud people, you know what I mean? Like really bossy, brash, like I think this and this is what I think and what. Like if it goes wrong and what.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my YouTube career, and I'm opening up to you, all you lot at home.
Yeah. Let's do it.
This is the first time in my content career, that I experienced what I experienced in the last few days. Because for the first time, so I was driving down to DR Sports to do the preview with AGT. I knew it was that fan face-off thing. And I thought, nah, man. Do you know what? I love this manager. I love this team. And you know what? Liverpool are shit. Their midfield is crap. Like, nah, we got Casemiro. And I was like, on this fan clash, I don't care. I don't care what happens. Obviously, I didn't think we'd lose 7-0. But I was like, even if we lost like 2-1 or even if we lose respectively, I don't care. I'm doing full on chest.
Yeah.
And you know what? It felt great. At the time, I know why people like you do it.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel strong.
I called you.
Yeah.
I called you and I go.
You called me, you went, rah. Yeah.
Fantastic. I said, well done, Flex.
It felt amazing. I felt empowerment. I felt strength. I felt liberated.
Yes.
Yeah. All of them things.
I like
looking at the comments. People saying, "Oh, so good to see Flex get off the fence. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, tell him Flex. Oh, you crushed AGT and that. Yeah, all of that. I was like, I drove back thinking,
yeah.
I had on the real vibes card. I was driving this, putting on the real.
Anybody? Wait.
Got conscience. We're not frightened for nobody. But me respect everybody, apart from Liverpool. I'm better than everybody. No boy, no better than we. No boy, no. That's what I was on the way back, yeah? That's what I was on. So that was on the Friday. Saturday, I was still taking it in. You know what I'm saying? Driving down, I rang Owen. I said, listen, man. Yeah, it's calm. You know what?
Yeah.
It's all right. We're comfortable in the league. I know that it don't matter if we lose, so just go for it. I want to see us go for it, even on the stream. I'm like, listen, man, look at this. First 30 minutes, we get chances, man. These are crap. Come on. And then the Gakpo thing happened. So let me just fast forward, obviously, through the 7-0.
Worst man to score as well. The
worst man to score. Let me just fast forward through all of that through to yesterday morning now. When I got the call to go on the DR thing. Yeah.
I'm still listening, by the way, but Stephen A. Smith is moving mad in the background. He just came and just
He's
made it more louder. He's just too loud. Keep going.
Yeah. So when I got that call for DR Sports people, it all dawned on me. And I said on the show, I didn't regret having that much chest. But in hindsight, I'm like, boy, you know what? That didn't feel good. There was a big reason why I am the way I am and why I have been the way I am. And I'm not saying that I shouldn't big up my team. But in hindsight, I went with every single experience. I said the Gakpo one. I said the Nunes one. I was like, the midfield is rubbish. I mean, they did good. Van Dijk can't do nothing. Trent. I just did everything. And every single bit that I alluded to, it was like you're still on mute. It was like the Liverpool players.
Mm-hmm.
I felt they watched the DR preview.
They must have. But they must have. But then our players should have watched it as well and said, "Look how our fans feel about us." So this is the thing, right? So now,
So before you carry on, so my closing thing is, so this was my first experience of being someone like you, and how it feels. But I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a really horrible experience.
Of course,
on the Monday, I don't even get invited to that show. I've never been on it.
Yeah.
That Monday roundup show, on DR, this is where I've never even been on it before. They never invite me. All these wins we've been having, all of these things, they never have invited me. They invited me now because I was on the same platform, giving it to AGT, and this was AGT's chance to say, you know what, you come here, hold this. And I had to. And And I don't ever want to have to experience that again.
All right. So now let me tell you this,
Okay.
What you have to learn about this life, it's not for everybody. Live by the sword. Live by the sword. You're going to die by the sword.
It's actually not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
That's basically what I'm admitting. Sorry, I got galaxy.
It's not for everyone. Absolutely.
I'm admitting, I'm like, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, but and you know what? I respect that because it's a good place to be. It's a good place to design where you're.
Red flag.
I get it. Now, that's why it is
not for me.
Again, I respect your approach, but it's your approach. And then there's people like me who say, nah.
And you shouldn't change. And absolutely.
I will never. Wait.
Never.
Listen, hear this, I said it the other day because a lot of people came for my neck from my own community, my own fans, like they were saying you caused this. They're saying it's all your fault. It's my fault. And I said, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it. I promise you, because it is me. I'm not gonna, I don't believe in that. It's everyone's got a different type of mindset, My mindset is, well, but I can window. I'm always gonna
and do the ultimate gloating,
I can window. And if I lose, just imagine we lost, you're still gonna banter me. So it doesn't matter. Like it's one of those ones you say, look, if I lost,
but you get worse banter, bro. They got a balloon, bro. Jason woke up at a mad time in the morning and got a helium balloon of number 7, bro. How was he up that early?
That's fine. Again, that's fine. But I'm saying
it's not fine, bro. I was sitting there, it wasn't fine.
When it's my turn, when it's my turn, I will be doing this too. Again, this is the Premier League, bro.
It's gonna go around. Someone else is gonna
go around. It's gonna continue. And the only thing, what everyone's shitting themselves about is, and this is where we can traverse the conversation into the new phase of where Man United is. Man United right now have no recognized striker. Man United have a brand new manager. Man United are, if you talk about where teams were, Liverpool are, the foundation is set. They are what they are, right? Man City, they are what they are. Arteta's had his years, they are what they are, right? While we're quiet with, we're ahead of schedule.
It's not even 1 full year.
It's not 1 full year. So now I know what I'm looking at, and they know too. That's the funniest thing. So it's like how I treat Newcastle. I try to shit on Newcastle as much as I can because at some point they are going to be here. The same way when we called. Remember when Man City are known as the noisy neighbors, bro? They're the fucking landlords. they got renters, like squatters' rights in that. They are in the house. My thingy light just went out. That's been on for a minute. But there's a difference, right? And Man United, our time is coming again. They know that we are a sleeping giant. And that's why you can see the media, everyone has got this thing where it's like, not like out to get us, but they want to.
No, it is that. It is that. They want to see it fail. Bro, the same people, let's have this right. This is what I found very interesting. The very same people that were trying to place us in this title race, right? Yeah. That were saying, no, look at Man United fans not even being confident enough to say that they are in it. Look at it, they're only 3 points behind City. They are in a title race. They should say that they're in a title race. They're actually good now. And the same people saying, wow, look at the job Eric Ten Hag. I can't even lie, man. How many Arsenal man have you spoke to? Like, right, I can't even lie.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that's happened, the media narrative and obviously the thing from the other fans is, you thought he was in the title race. You thought he was good. Well, but you've been saying we're good as well, though. You're the one telling us hurry up and puff your chest out and say you're in the title race. You're worried about Man United. AGT, and I got him with this on the DR Sports show. I said, this is all good, him saying this, and this is his moment. I'm not going to be salty. But the question flipped to basically like that Graham Souness thing, where are Man United even good? Where they're just getting gassed. You know, they beat rubbish teams in the lead to get to.
We beat a pretend Barcelona. We beat a pretend Barcelona.
Beat a pretend Barcelona, and like have they been getting carried away? Are they even good? And I stopped it right there. I said, well, on the preview, and even the preview we done on United View and the one we done on DR Sports with AGT, I asked him, are you worried about Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag? His exact words before that 7-0 was, yes, I am scared. That's what he said. Good. There's a reason why he said that. The reason why he said that was because he's like, rah, Man United go on with something. One disgustingly shocking result can't change everyone's perception of that. That you can't.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying.
But it has now.
But that's fine. Again,
for them,
that's fine. But that's why I need fans that are just like, well, it's a reckless energy, and I understand it, and I get it upsets people. People call it delusional, call it this, but bro, we're fans of our team, fanatics. We care about our team, bro. We drive a team at the beginning of the season. Everyone thinks they can do it, yeah. And different fans lose that thingy, but we've had this winning mentality for many years. It's a part of us. I know no other way to support this team other than this. I'm always gonna believe, like, until there's no chance, I'm believing. And that's just honestly, until there's no chance, because a lot of people say, well, can we still win the league? Until it's over, yes, we can. And I know it's not. I know your head is like, absolutely not. Until
yesterday was the reason, the other day was the reason why I've always kind of, even though I flipped and I can't act like I didn't finally get there, but why I was always so like, let me just separate the bottom. Let me get that. Was not a loss like this, but a loss. I mean, it's going to come.
But then that's, again, it's one of those things where it's like, and I rarely praise Arsenal, right? But Arsenal showed league winning minerals in these last couple games. Wicked results away from home. Wicked. So then you have to take them serious. Like in these last couple games, because you can win all these games by a pump and look dangerous, but it's when they're going, when you're in a bad form, draws and all that stuff. And then after you had to go a tricky visit away from home, or you got to do a late comeback like they did, you got to say, well, that's league winning form. You know what I mean?
That's what champions are made of.
That's what champions are made of, because no one hands you the title. If you win the Premier League title, you're the best team in the league consistently. No one can talk to you. You're different, right? And at the moment, it's left for the teams that can manage everything over the course of a season. Now, can Man United?
That's why it's beyond us.
At the moment, it can be, but then it's one of those things where if you're a person that just believes that, again, glass half full and anything can happen, I go into my life thinking anything can happen.
But the evidence already showed us we can't, because away from home, you can't win a title by having the form that we've had away from home.
That could be the wake-up call. That could be the wake-up call. There's certain times where you need something to happen to you to shock you into gear. For some people,
I think it proves we're not ready yet, which is fine. We're not ready to win the title yet. I think that's okay to say that.
No, but it's fine to say that. But I'm saying until and I get in a group, there's all.
We shouldn't be ready yet.
No, but who says if you're there and you've got opportunity, and you can't just say write yourself off, because you have to try until there's no more. Keep
trying to get as much points as you can.
That's what I'm talking. And what I'm
we
talking
can't be looking at just going, "No, we need to come on, we need to get back."
No,
into
you
it.
have to, in their head, they got to think we got to win
each game.
No, they got in their heads, and that's how they've been doing it. We got to win each game. But if you're someone that is like you strive, you're in that group, you're in there. It's a different kind of group where you believe that random things can happen. Like you just believe random things can happen.
Hold on, wait there.
Yeah.
What's in your head? What do you think after this? Like, where are you?
No,
actually, where are you at? How are you?
I'm playing it to myself. No, I'm just because I always look.
I want to know. No. Can you just ask the question? Where are you at in your head?
I think we can still walk away with. I think we can still walk away with a few titles. I think we can still win a few cups. I think we can still win the Europa League. I think we can still win the FA Cup. I want to fight for the Premier League to the end and see if every other team, if other teams drop, I want to be there. That's all I'm saying, because anything can happen in this Premier League season where when that Bournemouth performance was a shock. I left my house saying there's no way Bournemouth are going to win this.
I said it'd be 3-0. I left the Saturday game at the Newcastle. I said, no way. 3-0 minimum, Arsenal.
Yeah, but then again, all you got to do is work hard and put yourself in a good position. If these lot decide to slip up, be there. And that's the thing. So when I say I always relate it to my life, I think to myself of situations that I found myself in, which allow me to believe more. So even though you had that embarrassing moment, you say, how do you do these things? You had that embarrassing moment then, but what about all the times that it went good though?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? So then after, so then the confidence raises because I've done this before. You know what I mean? And I'm in different, even, bro, I'm talking to you from LA, fam. Bro, I failed my GCSEs. Statistically, I write for BBC. I write episodes for BBC sometimes. Bro, I didn't pass English. Yeah. This shouldn't be happeing.
Yeah. Basically, you're drawing on your outlook.
On my outlook on thingy.
Yeah.
Statistics say this shouldn't be happening. I'm not classically trained. I'm not all these things, all the boundaries that is led up to what you call it. So then how do you tell me to think differently?
I agree. I agree with that. I do agree. Look, I can say the same thing in terms of doing this as well. We ain't got no presenting experience. We weren't supposed to do none of it. It just happened.
Owen Hargreaves says you ask good questions. You're not a fucking journalist.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a journalist, bro. You're not like. Bro,
put respect to my name. I'm a journalist. I got something.
No, you're not. But then now you might be able to say, well, you ask their questions and the journalist.
I've got journalistic tendencies.
Bro. No, what are you understanding how mad it is? It's
100%.
It's to the 100%. Point that we're a fan channel, yeah, and bro was with the team on tour. Tell me that makes sense. Say that to yourself. If I said, "Hey, Flex, 6 years time, yeah," just imagine I pulled up on you like wherever. In
the street.
10 years. Yeah. I goes, bro, 10 years time, yeah. You don't even know me, but I'm gonna meet you outside Old Trafford, yeah. And I swear to you, it's gonna get mad. You're gonna be on United stand. I'm gonna be with you on United stand. You're gonna cut, and I'm gonna move with you, and you're gonna start your own thing, bro. 10 years, and make this me talking.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna get a new manager who's gonna give you Sir Alex vibes. You'll tell me to you. Hear what? Anyway, hold on. Also, we're gonna buy a player that's been relegated bare times. He's gonna become the Man United captain and 80 million. His name's gonna be Maguire. Don't worry about that. But just imagine, yeah. You listen to all these things, you say, what? But this is the beauty of life.
Bro, I'll be like, we talk about working at school. and that's not even, you know me. I love education, what I did. That's not me shitting on the occupation, because it's an amazing job. But I'm saying if I'd have bucked up with you at that point, man, and you would have said, I would have just said, bro, I just worked there, and I don't know what.
No way. So then,
do you know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly. So how dare you to think small-mindedly? That's
right. So here's the thing.
In the grand scheme of things, everything says this shouldn't happen, but these things are happening. So now you have to push the boat out for expectation and try to see yourselves in these moments.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with a lot of what you're saying about
Yeah.
personal outlook on life. I'm a very positive person in
Yeah.
life. Like I
Yes.
definitely, as a football fan, it does change a bit. I'm very you know what I'm like, but
I
in
like
life,
that you're
them
like
life lessons, exactly. Them life lessons, what you would say and stuff like that. I am fully on that. Live life, you know, try different things, think positive, be positive, all of that stuff. When it gets into football, sometimes it's just a bit nuts. It's a bit nuts because I think we have to look at where we are, like you said, versus
Mhm.
where we're meant to be, like you said, versus of how we've exceeded as well, expectation. Because
Mhm.
that's what I'm homing in on, that nobody can take our progress away from us. Not no 7-0,
Good.
not no
Good.
6-3, not no 4-0 at the beginning. Our progress is real life
Yes.
progress. The
But
trophy cabinet says so. It says it.
yes.
It's there. The league position says so. But also the same way we're saying that there's progress is the same way, though, we do have to remember this. It is all about where you finish. The same way we can say to Liverpool, "Are you laughing because you beat us 7-0?" Well, you still got to get in the top 4. You still got points to. I'll still rather be us than you. We're 7 points above you on the same games. I'd rather be third, 7 points clear, and have suffered a defeat like this than be you 7 points behind. And you've got this. Personally, I know it feels horrible
But then
saying it,
now, I bet you
but
if you done a survey on 10 Liverpool fans and said you think you get top 4, all of them will
yeah,
say absolutely. Why
they're
do
all
they?
going to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do they
But
call it
yeah,
that?
because of their track record of doing it, they've done it before. I get it. 100%. 100%. But this team under Eric Ten Hag, we haven't done it yet. This is still the first year. So we still have to remember this is why a humbler can be important of taking it back a step to say, listen, it's not the end of the season yet. We haven't achieved everything what we want to achieve yet. You know what I mean? There is a way where if you do capitulate, the same way there's a way where Arsenal could capitulate and lose the lead and we will be there to capitalize, is the same. It applies to everybody. If we capitulate, 7 games is 2 losses and 1 draw.
And what's the thing between that to make sure it doesn't happen? Belief.
What do you mean? Yeah,
What's the
exactly.
key component? The key component in what you're saying is belief.
Which is why I'm saying I believe we're going to bounce back
Because
from this.
you
100%.
have, because there's let's
We
say all
will.
the components, right? You need quality, yeah. You need quality. You need good players, right? In terms of and the mindset, right? But then on top of all those things, you need belief. When 99 played Bayern Munich in the final, 99, yeah, bro, we were shit. They were like, we was bad at times. Yeah. I remember like Bayern Munich playing us off the pitch, really. Yeah. Like for a long time, it's like, there is no way we win this final. But then if you didn't have players like you got you got Teddy Sheringham, you got Ollie in these moments and the team as well, believing to the last minute, that's what helps us win the game. So then when people play down belief and say, well, you should not have belief that you can do something this season, I think you're already on a slippery slope. I think you're not gonna fulfill what you need to fulfill if you already defeated in your mind, bro. What the hell? And that's the diff. And that is what is stopping some of these players is they feel that they can't step on a pitch with these men because they're singing "You Never Walk Alone," bro. Bro, excuse my language. It's a fucking song. It's just a song. And the song gives them, how about this, belief, fam.
No, but it's the same. It's the same way of managing the expectation in the cup final. Newcastle fans are there. They're loud. They're waving all these things. It's pressure. But it's like, this is the pitch. You're not going to rush me and make me miscontrol it. Like I'm in control. Like, do you know what I mean? It's handling that expectation. But into the other bit of like, listen, we are
could have beat us. They should have
exactly.
scored. They should have scored. If they squared it, they could have scored those moments. And they ran through on goal and was like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" Ruined it for themselves. That's their problem. That's them. That's their issue. They could have easily won that final. They were the better team than us for the first half. Yes, we turned it around in the second, but they were better than us, bro. They were. They just didn't get the result. And we walk away with the good result, and it's like,
no, they were better than us until we scored.
Bro, they peppered us still. They was on us still.
No, they didn't pepper us. They made one.
They
save.
were onto us still. And if like they were onto us, I ain't gonna lie. Watching that game
What did they do, bro? What did they do? Bro, they started off wicked. 8 minutes, Dallo got booked, thinking Ross long. Then Dallo does that, gets past him, wicked save from De Gea, 100% good save.
Then there's another one. They had another big moment as well.
Yeah, where they flashed it, where Kieran Trippier just flashed it across the box. Right, all right, cool. Then Then we forced the set piece, scored. Then we forced in the transition, Rashford with the witty touch, Weghorst running, Rashford makes the 2-0. Then you've effectively won the game. Then in the second half, we had big chances to make it 3 and 4.
Yeah, that was when it was finished.
They didn't move to us. I'm not.
I thought it was better than how they played against Man City. I've done the hate along for that, and I was like,
but against Man City, they had 2 big chances that they should have scored.
Yeah, they had bare.
I done a hate along as well. But they had the Callum Wilson one where it was the Bruck foot.
Yeah.
They had another one in the second half. Joe Linton.
Yeah.
Or one of the other way around. Maybe it's Callum Wilson's second job. But anyway, what I'm saying is back to us. Yeah. What I'm saying is that before we finish off, this thing, like this is why I'm sure, and I will not let the outsiders in. This stuff that's been on Bruno, has been mad for me personally.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because here's the thing, Here's the thing. I understand. I've got no problem with the spotlight being on the captain. That's how it is. That's how it goes. That's what Keane had to do. That's what Cantona had to do. That's what Neville had to do. That's what Beckham had to do. That's what Robson had to do. That's what it is. When you're Man United captain, the spotlight's on, innit? No problem. And when you're Man United captain, there's a standard that you have to uphold, especially in the big games away from home when the team is looking to you as the guy. Fair enough. Depict the 90 minutes and talk about why player X and player Y was not good, the things they didn't do right. You know, Jamie Carragher broke down why Casemiro wasn't very good and the things he did wrong. I've spoke about the Luke Shaw mistakes. Ian Wright done a good piece, I thought, about depicting the things that Bruno did wrong as a captain in that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
What I won't have is trying to void Bruno of anything good that he's done. Because in this turnaround of this team, when this team's been in the ascendance, forget when Bruno first came in and saved our asses. Forget that. That's been and gone. He's got the new contract. Forget that. Since Eric Ten Hag's come in, he's essentially taken the captaincy of Harry Maguire and gave it to Bruno because he starts all the games. So Bruno has been part of the reason why the team has been doing well. And while we were doing well, when we won the Carabao Cup and Bruno was lifting up the thing, everyone was saying, our captain, you know, so it's good that Maguire let him do it because really Bruno deserves that. He's been the leader. He's been one of the driving forces. When Bruno's been laying on chances and chances and chances, Bruno's created more chances than anyone from open play. 60. He's created 60 chances from open play. That's more than any other player in the Premier League this season. So don't act like he just doesn't do anything and all he does is run around moaning and create this false narrative that Man United are some horrendous team because Bruno plays in it. Because at the end of the day, when all the pundits were waxing lyrical about Man United and saying what a job Eric Ten Hag's done, not one, and the rivals and us as fans, not one of us or one of them said, yeah, but the only thing I'm going to say about Man United is they are good, but that Bruno, he needs to go. No one said that. No one said that. When we come back and beat Barcelona and Bruno passes the ball to Fred and gets it in transition off Sancho, passes it to Fred really quickly, and we pull one goal back, no one said shit. When Bruno when Luke Shaw runs to the byline against Barcelona, does a back heel, and Bruno bodies the Barcelona defender and keeps the ball alive, and then there's 2 more ricochets, and then we score. No one said Bruno shouldn't be there.
Yep.
No one said it. Nobody. Like So for me, now that Bruno's had a very a bad display, which was there for us all to see, and rightly so. When you're the captain, that spotlight has to be on you, and you have to answer for stuff. The conversation for me should have been this: Eric Ten Hag needs to talk to Bruno to remind him that as Man United captain, we can't have that in a big game like that. Well, in any game as a captain, but especially that wasn't good enough, man. You know why? Because you are actually better than that. One thing we can label at Bruno, right, is that he never gives up. He always leaves his heart and soul on the pitch, and he has a great set of lungs. Away from the quality of producing chances for people, he's infectious on the team. He has the right attitude. And he's, you know, people could say, oh, he's a this or he's a that. But he's our nasty player. Every team needs one. People used to say that about Xhaka. No one likes what Xhaka does in his little dark arts or whatever. People didn't like it when Roy Keane was shaking up people. Roy Keane came out, and I'm not saying that Bruno's on Roy Keane's level, because look what Roy Keane achieved at the football club. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying here, because Roy Keane had big captains' performances. You know, Juventus away, Champions League, knowing you weren't going to play. You know, he had big. I'm not comparing the two in terms of what they've done in their career, but what I'm saying is Roy Keane done things where it's like, oh, come on, man. Yeah, he come out in the thing and said, "Them man are shit in there."
Bro,
Like the reason why we bought rubbish play, you know, to the point where they had to take it off MUTV. It was like, oh, bro, I can't even. You know what I'm saying? So people do things where it's like, that's wrong.
I'm so
get
glad you're saying this. No, because what pisses me off is there's this vibe that it's, you know, when they say he shouldn't behave like that, he's a this pro. Bro, these men are talking as if they got squeaky careers. If they've always been, they're talking like they're Gary Linekers, like they ain't had yellow cards in that. Like they're sounding like those kind of guys. No, guys, you don't play this game on the edge. Your edge is different to his edge. And this is a different time. So when you try to live by, when in my day, this was a standard, well, we're not in your day no more. It's like when I try to talk to young kids about mobiles and this, that, and the other, bro, they've grown up in a social media age. This is their thing now. This is their time. This is how it is. This is how it's going to go. Now, when I look at these players, you're talking about men, they're talking about, well, this is disgraceful. Roy Keane still doesn't regret doing what he did to Erling Haaland's dad. He said it. He ain't even still talking to the greatest manager in that's ego. Right now, Roy Keane and Sir Alex don't talk, and they're never going to talk, yeah? What is that? That's not right. That's not, like, when you talk about how you should manage yourself and how you should, and it goes across the board. You're talking about so many players that had their moments. There's no clean, good, just thingy player. These players are going to play the game and do what they need to do, and you're either going to like it, but then they're doing their best for the team, right? Now with Bruno, yes, that is annoying, but he's been this way. It's like you telling me,
when we win and he's like that, everyone loves it.
Just imagine you told me, KG, I need you to change. It's like, I don't want you being as brash and thingy. And I've told you why I am the way I am. Now you told me I don't need to be that way. Well, you don't want me. You know what I mean? That's what you're basically saying. I'm saying, well, this is who I am. What do you want to do? Really? Because now, so if Man United fans feel that our team will be better without Bruno Fernandes inside, we'll trade him for somebody else. And who's that person?
Yeah, but when he hasn't been there, we felt it. And another thing that strikes me is this year is using. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he's the captain, so it's like you're held in higher esteem. But this notion that, you know, when the media tried to write, oh, there's concerns in the dressing room, they think it should go to Rafael Varane or Casemiro instead. Because basically they're only basing it off of this one game because this wasn't in the news before. Remember, when we were winning, this wasn't in the news. So here's the thing. On their logic, what they're saying is everybody played a 0 out of 10 at Anfield, didn't they? You could, if you really want to be pedantic, you can say, no, Bruno was worse than a 0. You can say all the stuff you want to say. Everybody was rubbish. So basically what you're saying is, because they all gave up, they all stopped running, they all stopped concentrating, they all stopped giving desire, every single one of them, from goalkeeper right up to Rashi, yeah? It was a terrible day at the office. But what they're saying is now is create more fire and more problems by saying, I know, let's give it to someone who performed equally as bad. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
You have to go over it.
Or give it to Varane. Give it to Varane, and he's my favorite player in a lot of instances. I love him. Give it to Varane, who we don't even know if he can play 2 games back to back all the time. But let's give it to him. Like, what are you talking about?
It's deeper than that, though, and we're gonna have to go over by a few minutes. Yeah, we're getting over. Yeah, check this out. Like, you got a player that is giving his all for the club, right? And you got a player that is playing out of position. He ain't complaining. And the players are standing with him. They like him. That's their captain. They've chosen their captain. And
he's only missed games through injury, through suspension.
Only missed games through suspension.
I think 2 games or 3 games.
Let's get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. Assist after assist, playing selflessly, and in the team, he's doing a selfless role. He could say, I'm a number 10. I don't want to not play in the number 10 position. Could fairly say that. He hasn't said that once. He's trying his best. So when, again, me as a Man United fan, if I see that level of dedication and trying, I'm behind him. I'm behind him the whole way. And what happens is, because we do so much infighting as fans sometimes, we're saying, is he good? He loses the ball and focusing on what he doesn't have. I think it just allows, when you say you talk about batting down the hatches, it allows this thing to come in. Because I've been watching the media, and when they talk about Man United's turnaround, they mentioned Casemiro, Varane, that Bruno's name ain't being mentioned. As in, and he's the captain. How about
some people were saying on social media, some Man United fans I was reading the threads were saying, yeah, this is why he shouldn't be the cap. We haven't even been talking. The real driving force has been Martinez, Varane,
There
Casemiro.
you
They don't
go.
put him in that group.
But that's what I'm saying. I've
And
watched.
you've highlighted that a lot of times by saying why he
it.
don't get no accolades.
They don't talk about this kid. They don't talk about this player, and it's like, this is random. I get that Casemiro's in there doing an important job, but then this guy's a vital cog to this team. And I remember from before, even I would listen to all the other people say, yep, he'd never get into Liverpool side. He'd never get into Man City side. Even when Fernandes, there's been all, but then what happens is he's been a part of the change of Man United. He's been part of the resurgence. We were bad for so long. We had nothing in midfielders. The days of McTominay, Fred, Pereira. It was those days, and a Pogba that come in and out.
Yeah, Pogba.
Are not really there, right?
And
now,
Jesse Lingard used to play in there.
Lingard. It was a bad era. You bring in this player who, and they say he can't be a leader. It was a leader in that Sporting, and they were really sad to see him go, right? He turns up here and he's just ruthless. And even when he was being ruthless, people weren't acknowledging it. Now they're talking in revisionist saying, oh, that Fernandes that first came to the league, he was fantastic. No, because at the time, you lot had all these words for him. And you know what I mean? When can he go back to that great season? Well, you didn't acknowledge that great season when he had it. Are you with me? Now you want to use that as the thing. You told me then that he still wouldn't get into Liverpool or Man City side, and that this, that, and the other. So which one is it? It's like what you said with AGT when he said, you admitted to being afraid of us all of a sudden.
Exactly. And now you're not. Now that's it. Now, yeah.
So with this player, Man United fans have to do this thing where we have to do siege mentality. This is our team. This is our manager. This is our player. This is our captain. We're with this team to the end. We're with this team. And what makes it stink even more is Bruno's had that one bad game, yeah? Granted, it was horrible, yeah? But
we can't act like he didn't do things wrong in that game. Because I do agree.
Talk to me
about, have been trying to fake an injury.
Talk to me about Maguire's leadership. When is the media come out and said all they've been doing is they pleaded for him to get into the World Cup side, pleaded for him to start every single game. They pleaded, and I've seen Man United fans, because we watch this team, this is our team. I've seen all the mistakes. I've seen when Maguire doesn't go over when there's an issue or something's happening. I've seen when younger players are telling him to F himself. I've seen these moments where he, as the captain, ain't getting respect from from the dressing room. So what are we talking about right now?
And Bruno absolutely does get it. He does get it. All the players.
He does. Casemiro would never tell him, go to the front and pick up that cup with my man. Are you with me? Because those are the telling moments. Even if Casemiro goes and tells him, you should have done this, you should have done this. I can say that to you because I know
standards are high. Yeah.
That's the standards are high. But this guy is so important. And I think if we wear red, we're wearing the shirt, our job, back these men. Back these guys, bro. Even in I went on a thing I done that fan clash thing with I don't know if it was one of those betting companies with James Redmond. Bro, they had to do a segment on Harry Maguire versus Virgil van Dijk. I was in there backing Maguire like a madman because I'm out of home. It's like if you see a family member fighting, yeah, even if we're not talking, I'm backing my family member. Yeah. We'll have to deal with that one after because we're outside. And that's the energy that Man United fans need to now start to have for our team. It's like in home, we can have our little conversations and stuff. When we go outside, there's it's true. I hear what you're saying. No, blood, my guy's the guy. What?
100%. And the thing is that there is a thing called football opinions, and there's a thing where you go, his playing style, you might not like this or you might not like that. But my thing is, please, stick to that then. Stick to saying the things that, the way he plays the game, you prefer a different style of number 10. That's fine. That's a football thing. You can say that. But don't do this thing like he hasn't been integral and a massive part of Man United. And don't act like in the midst of us not really having a captain and someone to pull it by the horns and say, let's go, guys, let's do this. Don't act like it hasn't been him. Just don't. Because when we've been winning stuff, like I said, nobody said, look at Bruno, shameless. He shouldn't be holding that cup with Harry Maguire. It should be him by himself. It should be Maguire. But no one said that. No one said it. So dissect the 90 minutes against Liverpool and keep it moving. And expect better from him.
In all these moments, sorry, just to make sure I double back on this Roy Keane thing. In all these moments, Roy Keane's done what he's done. I don't love him any less. Yeah? I watched Cantona fly kick someone. Crystal Palace. Yeah. I don't love him any less. It was passionate. It was thingy. These things they're overboiled. I've seen loads of different moments where Van Nistelrooy roused up Keown. Like even when Keown done that thing and then all those players, that's like, Do they love him any less? Was it a disgrace? Absolutely, it was a disgrace. But end of the day, these football players, you're not a robot, bro. You're emotional, and why do you get to police when my emotions is too much? When
the only thing I would say, and this is in fairness of like, obviously we love Bruno, and we're not, absolutely he should not be taken off the captaincy or anything like that. The only thing we can say, which is for the betterment of the team, because the team is always first, the club is always first, is that you have to say, you have to cut some bits out. I will say that, because I did watch back a lot of the clips. It was bad. Some of it was inexcusable. I do think the misinterpretation of whether or not he wanted to get a signal to get taken off or not, that didn't help, because I don't believe that was conclusive enough to say he definitely said that. The club have come out and said, and well informed, a lot of journalists that we know would come from the club and said that is not what the case is. Now, people who already made their mind up on Bruno will say, oh, it doesn't matter, he was doing it, that's why it was whatever. So I'm not even here to try and unconvince you of that. That's fine. But what I will say, just in the balance of like, we're not dropping the standards to say it's okay for Bruno to have done a lot of the things that he did do as the captain. Because when you are the captain, we do have to remember, you are judged differently. You are the most important person at the football club. Obviously, Bruno's not even club captain. That's actually still Maguire. But unofficially though.
Have I been effective? Have I been effective as the captain?
No. But what I'm saying, though, KG, is this is true, though. Just because you have been effective in all the other games, that doesn't give you a pass in our biggest game of the season. I know all the games are big, but it's against Liverpool. It's away at Anfield. You don't get to as a captain, you don't just get to say, but I'm good all the rest of the time. You still have to get told off for that. No, I can't do some of the things he did do. I love Bruno. He's my guy.
Yeah.
But in fairness, I'm still gonna, even if I saw him tomorrow, I'll say, Bruno, man, we got your back, bro. We got your back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, he was a bit crazy.
He's wild. A game is wild. I find that's the part I struggle with, because they say this is the line that I've heard before. Show passion and show fight. At least go in and throw a dirty tackle on someone to let them know you're in the game. Well,
then when he does it.
Why is that good? Why is that good? No, that's what I'm saying. So what is the rule according to whose standard? That's my part, right? Okay.
He stopped running. They showed a few things where he didn't even try for the tackles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is the bit that is very uncharacteristic from you, Bruno. You never do that. That's where, if I'm Eric Ten Hag, I'm saying, listen, here's the clips. I'm going to show you the proof. So there's no agenda. Good. Here's that Badger tick kid. You tried to get it. He got past you and you went, oh. Then they showed a clip where Alisson booted the ball all the way up down the other pitch. Yeah. Bruno was arguing with Alisson. Everyone else is running down the other end trying to do stuff. Yeah. Bruno's just moaning at Alisson, takes a little trot. Then the ref gives a free kick. Then he decides to run. And get back into your position.
This is what we got to focus on, right? We can't conflate issues and use that to say this, right? If your issue with me is that I didn't run enough, that's your issue. But then if you now say, my issue with you is you didn't run and you shout, you moan all the time. Well, we're having two different conversations.
I do that when I'm winning.
Yeah. I do that all the time. So the main thing you're upset about is I didn't show the fire and I didn't run.
That's it. Exactly. That's it.
Now, don't get this into a personal about my means of thingy.
And you should be stripped of the captaincy.
I should be stripped of the captaincy because I moan. Wait a minute. No, guys, I do that. What you're upset about is I didn't get back and cover that run. And I understand that. And as if I'm the manager, I'll say, big man, you have to run.
You are the captain. You've got to run more than anyone.
You've got to run. And I can't sit here on this platform with you and say, well, he doesn't have to run. Look how he's delivering for the team.
Or I normally do. I normally do. Well, but you didn't today. And this is where you have to do it every game. It's just high standards.
But if you have an issue with my personality type because it doesn't suit yours,
exactly.
Well, you can do one. I'll tell you that for sure. But every player has to run. Every player has to cover each blade of grass and die for this club. And that's one of the things I see him do.
Right.
Is his personality in question? Absolutely. But a lot of these footballers' personality is in question. So we're going to leave it as that.
100%. And on the flip side of that, as a man and as a person, like you said, we can talk from this side of it. And people may think it's because you've seen him and you might not care about this. But when I've seen there been like a holdback of whoever the captain should be, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Bruno behind the scenes or in front of fans where you might not see on United View or whatever on TV. I've seen him adopt that role. I've seen him do it. I've seen it. He's not, when he does that interview with Rio Ferdinand, every Man United fan, I saw all the comments. This is why he's our captain. This is why he's the lead. Oh, Bruno, heart emojis. Oh, Bruno. All we're asking for is when the chips are down and the media come running in, don't join them.
Don't
Show
join
that you're a red. You know
This
what I mean?
is your
Because when it's
time,
going
fam.
good, and Bruno's smiling and celebrating with his teammates, and when he pushes them, when they celebrate, when Bruno squared it to Jadon Sancho, and Jadon Sancho got his goal against Leicester, and he went running off, and he's pointing at him saying, "Look, this is him."
When
what
Bruno runs to the captain in the Arsenal game and gets the goal disallowed, fam. Goal gets it. Remember, it went in the moment. When he's moaning in, fam, it worked then, innit? So back this team,
back your
boys. These lot will turn it around. They're hurting. I believe before they didn't care. There was a time at Man United in the old regime, they did not care. Our manager's hurting, the boys are hurting, the boys are gonna steady the ship, and we're gonna get moving again. And I promise, I can't wait. End of the season, we've already done well so far, but that's gone now. Now we got to see if we can win more. There's a lot more to be won, and there's a lot more football to be played. If Liverpool believe they can finish in the top, in the top 4, and how many points do they have to make up?
Not that much actually, because they're right there, even with a game in hand. Hold on a minute, I'll show you. They're right there. They're 5th below Spurs. They've got a game in hand, and they're 3 points behind them, but a way better goal difference. So if they win their game in hand, they'll be in the top 4.
There you go. And then you reckon, but they're still probably thinking to themselves, they can get further up the table. How many points behind them? How much behind them? How many points us are they? Is what
7. So I'm saying 7 points. And we're on the same games.
I bet you they believe they can catch us.
Of course they do.
Of course. So then we have to start just
believing and saying, no, you're not.
We're going to bounce back. And we have to keep going. Try and catch
exactly. Guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Remember the winner of the shirt. Let's just play that clip really quickly again to remind you of the winner of that shirt. Here you go. Woo. There is Dean Turner. Woo. Oh, love that. So Dean Turner, remember, all you need to do is DM, direct message the United View TV Instagram account. There will be nothing posted on this video down below or, on Twitter. The only place where we've announced the winner is here, and any other accounts you see are them little bot things that are trying to scam people. So the United View TV Insta account is the only official way of claiming that shirt as well, Dean. So big up to you. And remember, the link is in the video description below, so you can catch up on this show and the Red Room and the Full View on your favorite podcast platform, however you get your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, etc., Amazon. It will be on there as well. So yeah, absolutely. Guys, big up to Kate. Everyone wish KG luck out there in LA, living it up. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's the night. Big up, guys. We'll be back again soon. And tomorrow, like I said, we've got open training session, we've got press conference. We're bringing you all of that good stuff as well. We're out of here. Take care. Peace.